What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. It's week 16 of fantasy football, and you know what that means. It's the fantasy Super Bowl. Glad to see a lot of you guys still here with me competing for that championship. And if you want your fantasy football championship belt, go to fantasycouch.com/store, and for those of you who are a bit too lazy to type all that in, I got a link for you below in the YouTube description. So check that out, cop your belt, and good luck this week. For most of you watching this video, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're in the championship game. For this week, I have a tip for you guys, and that's to closely study what your opponent's needs are. Usually I don't worry too much about, is my opponent gonna go off? Am I gonna lose? Am I gonna win? You know, stress about stuff that's pretty much out of your control. But for this week, I wanna put extra emphasis on what my opponent needs. If he needs a running back, I might go pick up a running back. If he is in real bad need of a defense, you might go pick up a third defense if you have a couple scrubs on your bench and you can afford to pick up a third defense. So that's a tip for you guys that's in the shit. For this video, I'm going to go over the Twitter question of the week, then go over the waivers, including defenses and kickers, and then I have a question for you at the end. Make sure you watch the whole video, lots of great info. Here's the Twitter question of the week. We have 3 questions this week. If you want your question answered on the next video, make sure you use the hashtag AskTheBrain. Barber Paul 88 asks, Robert Woods, Fitzgerald, or Harry Douglas as my number 3 wide receiver? I fully expect Julio Jones to play. The off chance that Julio does not play, you want to go ahead and start Harry Douglas. But since we're assuming Julio Jones to play, go ahead and start Robert Woods. That's the guy I would start. The Bills are going to get a lot of red zone opportunities, and that red zone opportunities is where the team scores. Now Fitzgerald, I don't trust that guy. He's on the Cardinals. They don't really have a quarterback, so I wouldn't start him. Final answer, Robert Woods. Next question is from Joe. What D to play this week? Panthers, Eagles, Rams, Ravens, or Titans? This one's a real tough one. Defenses are usually pretty hard to predict. The thing that I can say for sure is that I would not start the Titans defense. You have better options right there, and the Titans are just one of the worst teams right now. They have so many injuries, and their defense just straight up isn't good. So I would not start the Titans D. I'm going for all the upside here, and the Panthers have the upside. Johnny Manziel is going to start, and I'm starting the defense playing against Manziel. So I'd go with the Panthers. And for the final question, we have another tough one here. Ryan asks, Martavis Bryant or Jonathan Stewart at Flex PPR League? It's really close right here, and if this was a non-PPR league, you could go with either one. But since it is PPR, I'm definitely going with Martavis Bryant. Now, I'm projecting him to get at least the minimum 3 receptions. 3 receptions is equal to 30 rushing yards. So I'm starting the upside player here. I'm going with Martavis Bryant. Start Martavis Bryant over Jonathan Stewart. Now on to the waivers. For quarterback, I got Tony Romo, Mark Sanchez, Josh McCown, and RG3 in that order. And here we go with the big dilemma. DeMarco Murray is doubtful, and we got Joseph Randle atop of my running back waiver wire pickups. A lot of people ask me who's the better one to pick up if Murray is out, Randle or Dunbar. Now, most of you know that Randle is named the starter. He would be the starter. He would get bulk of the carries. But you have that doubt in the back of your mind. Let's look at these stats right here. So DeMarco Murray has been in 654 offensive snaps. Joseph Randle has only lined up in 59 offensive snaps, and Dunbar in 104. Randle has significantly better rushing stats, but we see Dunbar has caught 16 receptions this year, and Randle only 2. So I see Randle getting about 60 to 80% of the workload, closer to 80%, and Dunbar being more of a change of pace or a third down back. So Dunbar, he's only worth a pickup if you're in a deep league and maybe a PPR league, or if you're in a really deep league and you have a waiver wire priority over your opponent, and he may want Dunbar. So picking up Dunbar to block your opponent, you may want to do that too. But definitely Randle is the guy you want out of this Cowboys backfield. Make sure you guys keep tabs on Frank Gore and Carlos Hyde's injuries. Reggie Bush, I don't really like him, but if you're in a deep PPR league, it may be worth a look at. Or, like I said before, it may be worth picking up to block your opponent from picking him up. And Toby Gerhardt is an excellent sneaky start this week going up against the Titans defense. He should be the starting running back over there for the Jaguars. Also, Sean Green is another sneaky start for the Tennessee Titans. They're playing each other Thursday night. Hard to predict those Thursday night games. Should be a messy game, but I like those two running backs if you're looking for a sleeper start this week. For wide receivers, the number one wide receiver pickup is Nate Washington. And over there in San Diego, Keenan Allen is out. I really like both Malcolm Floyd and Eddie Royal. In the last 4 games, Eddie Royal has seen 25 targets and Malcolm Floyd 24. There's not a significant difference between these two, but the safer choice in my book is Malcolm Floyd. And so sneaky starts this week are the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, Dwayne Bowe, and then we have Albert Wilson also. He's been getting a lot of catches recently. Cole Beasley's very sneaky start against the Colts. This might be the game where Tony Romo has to air it out. And he's been going to Cole Beasley. Even though Cole Beasley doesn't get a lot of snaps, Romo definitely prefers him over Terrence Williams. And if you're in the championship game, you probably don't need a tight end like Martavis Lewis. But if you're playing in the Sacco Bowl, you may need a tight end badly. So there's a pickup for you guys. Sleeper pickup, Martavis Lewis, if you're in the Sacco Bowl. For my top defenses this week, I got the Buffalo Bills going up against the Oakland Raiders. Then we got right behind them, I mean, these guys are really close when I rank them, is the Seattle Seahawks going up against the Arizona Cardinals, down to their number 3 quarterback. Now, it's really close between the Patriots, Packers, Panthers, Chargers, and the Ravens. All those defenses right there, that's really close. Now, the Chargers don't have a lot of upside, but they're facing the Niners, and they won't score a lot of points. The Panthers have a ton of upside. They're playing against Johnny Manziel. And a lot of upside for the Ravens as well. They're playing against the Texans, and they're down to their number 3 or whatever quarterback, number 4 quarterback actually. So, and they don't even know who that is right now. So, you know, there's a lot of upside there. The only reason I'm not ranking the Ravens higher, even though they're a great pick, they're a great start this week, is that they have significant injuries on the defense, and Haloti Ngata's still missing time from that suspension. Now, just a note, I have the Jaguars defense ranked ahead of the Titans. The Titans defense is terrible, and the Jaguars, they have some hope on defense. I like their line. I like the way they pass rush. So I'm going with, I would rather start the Jaguars D over the Titans if you're in a desperate situation like that. And my top 10 kickers this week, Connor Barth, he's the number 1 kicker on my list. Justin Tucker's really good. If you're looking for a safe kicker, Dan Bailey's been pretty good all season. Shane Graham, also another safe kicker, someone you can count on. Graham Gano, excellent kicker. Matt Prater has lots of upside. And if you have these 3 guys on your team, you want to drop them. That's Keenan Allen. He has a broken collarbone. He's likely out for the rest of the season. You got Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's on IR. And also Colt McCoy is on IR, so drop those 3 guys. I have a question for you. The Saints are playing the Falcons in New Orleans this week. How many fantasy points will Drew Brees put up in Week 16? Standard scoring, that is. Leave your answer below in the YouTube comments. I'll let you know what my answer is. And that's all the time we have for this video. Make sure you guys go to fantasycouch.com/store to get yourself one of these belts. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be coming out with plenty of more videos. I'll come out with videos for beginners on how to play fantasy football, as well as more advanced videos about fantasy football strategy, analysis, and daily and weekly leagues. So please make sure you subscribe and show your support. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Yes, I will be doing a Week 17 video for those of you guys still playing. Catch you guys on the next one.